Minasan, McMegane's here and welcome back to another Vanguard top list. As GBT14 for Japanese release has been released this week, a few clans have got their well-deserved boost which make the clan extremely threatening and of course meta competitive. But of course there are some cards that help the clans more than others. So this is gonna be a top 10 of base cards from GBT14. So a few rulings here. First, there will be more than one card from the same clan since this is a top 10 and there's only 6 clans in the booster. No CR is for weird reasons. And the last, this is my opinion, so leave in the more comments below of your top 10 base card from GBT14. Without further ado, let's go! Installation Fallen Angel Acrocio. I wanted to put Baleful for this slot till I realized the DI has a lot of guard restrict cards. So what happened when Arca and Succubus of Ivora is having a Yuri fanfic and got a shell? This might be it. At the cost of counterblast binding itself from drop zone or so, you get this thing back from a drop zone. Its utility is incredible, but without its flaw being its restriction. Its protection effect only works on Darkness Vanguard. That means Deleter will kill this thing and well, that's why it's at number 10 on the list. Ultimate Regalia of Almighty Minerva. This card will be higher on the list if it's not restricted to Regalias, but boy does this card pack a punch. Being an easier new cross Gallop Strike, I feel that having a restriction actually makes sense. I mean, come on, Soul Blast, it gets 10k with the quad drive, and the GB3 with Soul Blast some more, that can restrain your entire field. So yeah, shut up and take my money. Not that card will be expensive to begin with. Oh, would you look at that? Ultimate Regalia of Affection, Ear. Ear is just pure gold. As I said before about this thing being a second coming of Plotmaker, it's still legit. Has a potential to toolbox and a heavy defense is way too important to ignore, and it can be used in any deck as it's not restricted to Regalias. Since this card effect is very simple, I shall move on with a very simple statement. Ear, it is good. The singer too. Evil Eye Wisdom King Shiranui Rene and Blessing Demon Stealth Dragon Shiranui Sanki. Yes, I know 2 cards in one entry, but hear me out. Since they are here for the same reasons. Force Calling. Ability to minus card from opponent hand via Force Call while ensuring that they get no advantage from doing it via auto effect prevention is nothing to laugh at. Sadly, they do not bypass easy protection effect like Chaos did, otherwise I would place them higher on the list, but nonetheless, these 2 cards are very solid main Vanguard and a finisher. Chronojet Dragon Z. As much as I hate how lazy Bushiroad are when it comes to redesign some units, I gotta admit that Chronojet Dragon Z is its best form out of all the Chronojet, both in terms of effect and the design, which was done by Uzuka Sensei, which is one of my favorite illustrators of all time for the Vanguard. Its effect is very solid since it emphasizes the Gear Chronicle strike based nature with a free strike effect, and also its strike skill is actually very useful. Get rid of one of the opponent's rear guard while summoning one for your own is actually very threatening. Truly a worthy Time Zodiac Beast boss. One who advanced to dawn, Shalrot. Speaking of boss monster, new Shalrot was unexpected by many people and it fixed most of the clan issue. It gives access to card in your soul, which is very nice, and the fact that it just so bladed glance and just solidified Darknet much more. Together with one more card in the list, this is the best finale Dark Regular could ask for from the G era. Holy Dragon Defense Whole Dragon. This thing is here for one reason, a G Guardian, which is also a perfect card. Though only for Brave, this thing activation timing is so easy to use for the deck, and don't forget the fact that it's bypassed all the guard restriction except for Ishikishima. I don't think there will be a card of this level protection again at least anytime soon, but as of now, Brave players, your time has come. Immortal Holy Sword Fides. What's with the deal with GBT14 as Brave got some of the best support that they can ever ask for, and this retrained Fides is the definition of it. This card literally makes Brave very threatening with outgoing Brave with its ability to semi-guard restrict which force at least 2 cards from opponent hand, and playing this thing with Deity Automount make this card much more deadly. Oh, and did I mention that this thing also can spawn stuff when Brave is active? Yeah, it has that too. It's definitely a GBT13 all over again where GR saves the deck. One who hunts souls, Balam. Okay, I know I might be biased since Dark Irregular is my favorite can, but come on guys, this thing can do the reverse of what Ishikishima can do, which is a guard restrict grade 1, do a quad drive, mass soul shard, and to top it out, burn a rear guard and get the boost from it. As I mentioned earlier, GBT14 was a good finale for Dark Irregulars, but it won't be complete without this thing. That's how really good this card is, and combining with a lot of guard restriction card from the latest boost, that's really solidified the deck much more. So before we get to our number 1, let's look through some of the honorable mentions that barely just missed the list. Shadow Elemental Beacon, the ultimate stop to the Restanders, just any Restander Vanguards. Chrono Medicine Hamster, cost Gears Play Bison. Baleful Replacer, cost 10k Silent Tomb, it's just pure awesome. Chrono Wiser Heritage, you got an extra turn but we can only use for late game. Almost broken. Almost. Goddess of Compassion Inanna, her power stack is very scary together with Sawawa. She creates a very deadly column and it has been proven. By me at least. Dragfall Luat. Okay, so I know I didn't put Dragon Base in the lead and for a good reason. Its setup can be a bit slow to be very threatening and it's not exactly the finisher of the deck as they got the Dragstrider already, but rather a proper resource card that the deck needs. A bit like Split Pegasus. Back to Dragfall, what makes this card good is very simple. This thing can use for Ultimate Strike and make it much easier to do it. No summoning Gise is still a bitch, this thing has what Chrono Jet Z has but better. Instant Regard spawn with a burn if you summon Ratio Rear Guard and a less specific freestyle condition make this one of the strongest card in GBT14's hand-downs in my opinion. And that is all I have for today guys. Do you agree with my thoughts on these cards? Leave down in the comments below of your thought on the support from GBT14. Also, don't forget to leave a like and share this video if you guys really enjoy it. And lastly, hit that subscribe button and the bell button to know all my upcoming notifications and join my casual party. And this is McMegane's logging out.